Everybody, it's Electra. Thank you for joining me. I am a 44-year-old, recently male to female transitioning, recently diagnosed autistic, and I have depression, anxiety, and bipolar too. I think that's all of them. And welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share. Okay. More thoughts on the Washington, D.C. midair. Just watched the second NTSB briefing. And there was only one speaker today. I don't want to say his name, but he reminds me of Dan Aykroyd, except with a slight Southern accent. Not much really new, other than they did recover the black boxes. There were two on the CRJ, one on the Black Hawk helicopter. All three are retrieved, and he got really into a lot of the technical stuff, like how they're treating the black boxes and what they had to do. They had to soak them, and one of them had water damage, but sounds like they should still be able to get everything they need. Other than that, nothing really new. The tone of the NTSB, though, I noted this yesterday and today too. I felt like the gentleman that I think looks like Dan Aykroyd, they seem testy. They seem like, clearly they're under stress, but I don't recall in different crashes, I don't recall NTSB having this combative attitude toward the press, or just the fact they need to speak to us in general. So I don't know what kind of pressure they're under that's different this time. I hope it's not the government. I hope it's not the executive branch of the government. And I hope it's not the armed forces. This is an unusual crash because I can't think of any airline crash in the US over the last 50 years that was involving the military. So this is a very unusual thing. And I think it's going to illuminate a lot of things about our current place in this country, in this world, what the government thinks of us as citizens. At this point, we have to assume that the government has, in effect, murdered 67 citizens. Maybe there were a couple other foreign citizens, but let's just say 67, maybe 65 American citizens have been murdered by their own government. No one else wants to say that. And was it intentional? No, of course not. But nothing in this type of late stage capitalism is directly, people are injured and indirectly killed every day by our economy, by capitalism, late stage capitalism. Look at the healthcare industry. To me, that's case in point. It's okay to kill people in this country if you do it through the arms of business. Or government in this case. So I just think this country is gonna have a reckoning very soon. I hope it's a balanced investigation that's honest. I think it's pretty clear at this point that there's going to be, out of the three parties of the Black Hawk helicopter, the CRJ, and the air traffic controllers, the vast majority of the faults has to fall on one of those. And I don't want to say which one. But if you've been following this, it's pretty clear who was probably at fault. And it's going to be, I think there needs to be some planning as to what do we do as citizens of this country if and when they decide to either not take the blame, to deny responsibility for what they did. And I want to make it clear, I'm not blaming any individuals. I'm blaming the system that set up this systematic failure. That's what this was. Years of short staffing ATC, years of denigrating government workers, making people not want to work for the government, glorifying the private sector. Yeah, so many things led to this. This is also going to be a unique crash in that there's so many political and socioeconomic factors that could be considered to be at play. And yeah, it's almost like a whole new generation of younger people need to kind of like be initiated into this feeling of, feeling helpless after something like a plane crash. I mean, it's been 16 years since the last one happened. So anyone under the age of 30 probably doesn't even have much memory of anything happening like this. And it's shocking to see that, this can still happen. We were lucky for a very long time. So yeah, it's been rough. I'm feeling better now than I have in a while. I went out, shopped for groceries. Yesterday, I didn't even leave the apartment. It was raining all day, miserable day. Today was mostly cloudy, but at least it wasn't raining. So I went out, got some groceries, and it seems like no major announcements from the executive branch today. Yet. I mean, it's only like 5:30. I've noticed they did this in their first term too, but they tend to make like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. releases on Fridays when they do, because they don't think anyone's going to notice it, and fly it under the radar as much as possible. So hopefully it'll be a relatively calm weekend, and just get back to where I was feeling mentally before this whole week happened. It was a rough week even before the plane crash, and then the plane crash on top of all that else was like, that's something we haven't been used to having to deal with. Life has become so much more stressful over the last 16 years in almost every way that it's almost like we don't have the capacity to handle the amount of stress that is happening in this world, unless you want to just completely isolate yourself and not know anything about anything. And trust me, that is appealing to me, but I don't know. It's not in my nature either. So it's like a constant battle of how much should I be on social media versus how do I need to get myself off? Do I need to go do something else? And it's January, so it's like not the best weather outside usually. So I can't even go outside and take a walk. I mean, I guess I could go to the gym downstairs, but I kind of have an aversion to gyms. I don't mind walking outside, even on a cold day, as long as it's like sunny and not too windy. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of much else right now. I discovered that, I knew shorts existed, but I'm gonna try to do like 1 or 2 of those a day too. And see how that goes. They seem to get a lot of views quickly, and then they just kind of fade away. Like I released one last night that got almost 300 views in less than an hour, and then it hasn't gotten any more, I don't think. So it's like short-term boost and then zero. Whereas I think these longer videos, better odds of popping up in other people's feeds, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, nice comments, and share with anyone you like. See you next time. Bye.